let's go back to that number 4 coach on the list, and that would be Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel. Fantastic coach, at least on our end. And I think a lot of people would at least have him in the top 10. Maybe we have him a little bit higher than others. That's fine. I'm willing to bite that bullet. But he is a clever offensive coach. He knows how to make the best of his personnel. And the number one spot where that personnel has to be good is quarterbacks. That brings us to the question of Tua. Obviously hasn't gotten signed yet in that same quarterback class as Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. And they have both gotten paid, Burrow being the highest paid quarterback in football, Herbert not too far behind him. Tua still searching for that deal, right? Was Hurts in that draft class as well?
Jalen was, yes.
Was he? I think so. Either way. But, so yeah, Tua's still looking for that deal. A lot of people to pay him or to not pay him. And we did, Tua or like 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks ago? There's a ton of pressure on this team. I think Mike McDaniel will feel some of that pressure, but I don't think it's really on him because I think regardless of what happens with Tua or with the team as a whole this season, I think he's going to return as the head coach, and I think he's got another probably at least 3-year runway with this team, barring them just going, 1-16, right? Barring him having 3 straight catastrophic seasons, I think he's got a long runway with this football team. So I don't view him under a ton of pressure. I think the pressure falls more on Tua. And we'll give you a little. If I had to divvy it up by percentage, right, like a little pie,
like a pie chart.
Pressure pie, a little pie chart. I would go Tua 70%. I would go Mike McDaniel 20%, and I would go your other star players like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill make up the other 10%. You can divvy it out how you want. So to me, Mike McDaniel is going to be fine. Yes, he's the head coach, so ultimately will fall on him. But Tua is the guy we should be looking for. Can he actually perform? And the question isn't in the regular season. Are they going to perform when it matters most? Because like you said, he's a little bit more loose, a little bit more of a fun head coach. That's fine. Are we going to see it manifest again in a sloppy, unprepared performance in the playoffs? Because Mike McDaniel has been fantastic, except for in the playoffs, and he has been given the grace because he's been such a young coach. That's like, okay, well, young coach, young team, young quarterback, they go on the road to Kansas City. We understand it. It's fine. We don't expect them to win that game. He's running out of grace seasons. Is this going to be the year where they could break through?
I think, look, it's going to be tough because you're going to have to battle through that AFC East. And we know that, yes, the Patriots aren't that great, but the Jets are getting better. And the Bills and Josh Allen are always going to be tough. So, let's worry about winning your division. Let's worry about getting out of there.
Because you almost had it last year and then you blew it.
And you have to beat Josh Allen. You have to figure out a way to beat Josh Allen and the Bills. Do I see this as the year that they explode? No. If by explode you mean win a playoff game, then sure, maybe. But I don't see that as exploding. I think exploding is more so... Can you go on a run in the playoffs? Can you get close? Can you make it to a Super Bowl? I don't think this is their year for that. I think they're going to get better, and I think they win a playoff game this year because
really,
I do. I think the weapons are really good, and if Tua can stay healthy, you know how dangerous that team is.
Really,
you don't think they win a playoff game?
No, I don't. I think they missed the playoffs.
Missed the playoffs?
I think they missed the playoffs. I'm jotting this down.
I mean, let's not forget that Buffalo has gotten a little weak.
I think first of all, I think that's underrated. I think Buffalo is going to be fantastic. I think they're going to be a 12-win team.
I don't know about fantastic. I think they're going to be good enough. But Josh Allen makes a lot of mistakes. He can't carry the team on his own. We've said that.
That's fine. He doesn't have to. They're going to run the football a ton this year. But no, so I am on the polar other end of that. I think they'll win 8 or 9 games and just miss the playoffs. They'll miss that last wild card spot. But back to your first point, winning the division, you're right. If they want to have any shot to make a run in the playoffs, they have to host at least the wild card round. They have to. Where are they going to go? So say they sneak in as the 6th or the 7th seed, right? What's hypothetical? Because that's what they've been the last couple of years.
Okay.
So who's going to be your top seeds? Let's say Kansas City.
Buffalo.
We'll say Buffalo wins it. We'll say Cincinnati wins. Well, Baltimore or Cincinnati. Well, they've kind of been alternating. We'll say Joe Burrow stays healthy. It's a Cincinnati year. Baltimore will get the 5 seed. That means you're going to go either to Kansas City. You just did that in the cold. Good luck. To Buffalo, even colder. Or to Cincinnati, which isn't warm. So they have to host the first round. Have to. They have to find a way to be a 3rd or 4th seed.
And if they win the division, they'll be fine.
they have a chance. They'll have a chance to win it, the playoff game. But they stand no chance if they have to go on the road. Zero chance. None.
Not even one game.
On the road?
Yes.
No. Who are they going to go on the road and beat?
I don't know. Crazier things have happened. The Dolphins are a good team.
Sure, they're good. Ooh, nice. That's great. My Nissan Altima is good. That Dodge Caravan that I drive is good. Right? Like, it's good. Okay.
I don't know. I just think this team has too much talent. They're coached by way too good of a coach.
Scrambled eggs are good.
To just keep disappointing.
That's what I would agree. And so my point is, this is all on Tua, because if you have a top 5 coach, we would both agree top 5 weapons. This is on Tua.
I agree. I think it's on Tua, but I think he's going to.
I don't think he's going to get it done.
I think he's good enough to at least win a playoff game.
I disagree with that. I disagree with
I don't
that
think he's
wholeheartedly.
I don't think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
I don't think he's a playoff winning quarterback.
He's going to win one playoff.
He has to host it.
He's okay, but I think he's going to win one playoff game.
If he hosts it, he has a chance, and maybe a good one at that.
So how many years do you give it? So let's do this. The pressure's on in Miami for Tua. How many years does he get?
Tua?
Yes.
Well, first of all, I think he is this year
and next. And
yeah, next year with the 5th-year option.
So how many cracks at this do you give Tua? Do you move off next year if you haven't won yet?
Absolutely not. It depends on what your definition of win. If you don't win a playoff game this year, you absolutely do not sign Tua. You move off.
So you're arguing that you're going to move off and not sign Tua because you don't think they're going to win.
Correct. You think they do sign Tua?
I think they sign Tua after they win a playoff game.
That's bizarre.
I don't think it's going to be a good decision, but I see.
Okay, I was going to say, do you stand by that?
No, I don't.
Okay. Because I think at best, what is he, the 7th or 8th best quarterback in the AFC? I would take Burrow. I would take Lamar.
I would take C.J. Stroud.
I'd take Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
There's an argument for Anthony Richardson, although I wouldn't. I could see how many people
I'd take Josh Allen.
I'd take Josh Allen.
I'd take Aaron Rodgers.
I'd go Tua because he's younger, more reliable. I would go Mahomes, Herbert. So that's 8 right there. That puts him at 9.
Minimum.
9?
And that's if Russell Wilson sucks or Justin Fields sucks.
Which they probably will. Well, at least worse than Tua.
And that's also if Tua can stay
here's
healthy.
The thing. Tua's he's fine. The team is fine. They're going to go win. He's going to put up stats. One game, fate of the universe on the line. You want Tagovailoa.
No, but I think he's going to win one of those games.
All right, I disagree. Let's go